What is going on, my crew? This is Rusty, and welcome to another episode of Rusty Builds. In today's episode, we are going to check out this keep, talk about gradients, and have a little walk and talk in this wonderful new year. Happy New Year, everyone. So, basically, one of the things that can be challenging when doing a build is detail. So, obviously, when you're building a structure, you get one single detail like this. Some people add a little accent mark of something like this, but it doesn't really make too much sense, especially when we're talking about an abandoned keep. So what I decided to do here is kind of do a progressive gradient down to what makes sense. So essentially, at this bottom part here, you've got cobblestone and stone, and then regular like andesite or whatever, which I suppose represents the cobblestone being pretty much smushed down to the point where it's a solid block, which I don't know if that's a truth or whatever, but it adds the ability to get a little detail in. Or maybe when things started getting terrible, they replaced it with some of these other blocks. And then we go up to a cobblestone, and down at the bottom we've got a little bit of moss that's growing up. And specifically, I wanted to put a lot of moss and a lot of green in this little middle part here, and the reason for that is that the sun isn't really going to be shining down on it very often. If we had like shaders on, right now would pretty much be the only time that sun is shining. And if we can put moss on one side pretty much, that would be the side that we would want to put it on right here, because when we're standing here and looking up, the sun pretty much only shines from here to here in this area, and kind of the same over here from here to here, but I think moss typically grows on one side of a rock or whatever. I don't know, I'll have to do a little bit of research on that, but the main part is here that we're building a gradient up. One thing I was noticing is that I've got a pretty decent sized audience now, and the channel is starting to grow on its own. One thing that I did back in, and still do a little bit of, is what I call networking. And we're just going to go off this way. And basically what networking is it's taking the time to go to other people's channels that produce similar content and just commenting. But the channel is starting to kind of grow on its own now. It doesn't mean I'm not going to network. I think I'm pretty much going to always network. Check out other people's videos and stuff just to see what other people are doing. And sometimes I find someone that I really, really like, and I end up getting some really cool ideas from. But Minecraft takes the most amount of time for me to edit together and build. So this is a nice big taiga. This pretty much, I think, stretches all the way over there. Oh, time to eat. When I started this channel, that in the past when I had done YouTube channels, it was kind of spotty, back and forth. I was never really consistent, and I never really pushed to give high quality content. Especially when it comes to Minecraft, it can be a little bit difficult to, spend a lot of time trying to put together a build, and I never really organized those types of things. Ooh, we got ocean. Is that ice? Oh yeah, it's like a humongous swamp ocean. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. So yeah, I've been trying to keep things consistent, keep uploading, and I feel like I'm doing a really good job at that. Some of the improvements that I've made is getting a standing desk. I've got a microphone stand on the way so that I can actually speak into the microphone, up close, and make sure the audio is consistent. And I've worked on trying to get the quality of the audio and the video and everything really nice. Ooh, these berries. I actually need some of these. And I still find myself, as someone who is creative and a little bit of perfectionist, always looking at my builds, always looking at my content, and to put it mildly, seeing places where I can improve. And to put it not so mildly, being incredibly disappointed on a day-to-day basis of how much my content is lacking. And to be very honest, finding it very hard to stay motivated to do any of this. And that's exactly the reason why I started this channel, because I don't want to let that stop me from putting out content and trying my best every single day to do the best I can. A lot of these things have come from some things that are going and have been going on in my life since for as long as I can remember. And that's depression and sort of a little bit of anxiety and just dealing with constant disappointment in myself. And I always know, because of how my life has been, that I can put out great content and I can do my best every day and do something amazing if I set my mind to it. But it's always been the problem to set my mind to it. So the long and the short of it is, I'm actually going to be going to see someone and talk to someone about a lot of these issues that I've been having personally. And so I'm really excited that next year, another boat. Hopefully next year, I will be able to be much more driven and much more like the myself that I know. And I'm hoping that it ends up with me giving you guys even better content, because Minecraft and Let's Plays and all that stuff has been a part of my life for a long time that I've just never been able to really truly... Oh, nice, we got some bamboo. We can make bamboo seeds out of that, right? Or we can just plant it? Is that a thing? Yes. Very cool. That's exciting. And we've got like more of the ship kind of like lodged in here. I mean, it's cool. Oh! Oh man, look at this! I feel very strong and excited and optimistic about the future and about what the future is going to hold for me and for this channel and everything. And honestly, if next year at this time the channel's only got 100 subscribers and we're still doing the same 3 series, that's okay to me, as long as I'm continuously doing it on a day-to-day basis. So when I think about it this way, I get a lot of hope, right? So I got my hernia surgery that helped me deal with something that made it hard to stand up and work. And I've been starting to work on my back, and I got a standing desk to help take the pressure off my back when sitting, so that I'm got options when I'm in pain and sitting. And then in this new year, I'm going to get help for the things that I've been struggling with my mind. So all in all, like, I'm getting a lot of things straightened out. That's what I'm looking for. Look at that. Got a little way to end the episode off. I'm someone who's very used to the idea of, okay, I'm having a hard time, I'll just take a break. And so what I need isn't, you know, people being like, definitely take a break, you know, or we'll support you through, you know, a break or whatever. But I need people to encourage me to keep going. So, anyways, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I've got to find a way to cut down 30 minutes of content, but also we're going to head back, and hopefully next episode I will have the keep textured, and then I want to talk about sort of changing gears a little bit. I want to actually back up for a second and head off into the plains area and start making ourselves a little ranch. I'm just gonna go ahead and take your bread. Here, have some wheat. That's a good exchange. So yeah, but we'll get to that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on that video. And if you really, really enjoyed, consider subscribing. But until next time, guys, happy mining and crafting.